I'm going to use this video as the follow-up to my previous video that a lot of people took offense at about the lab radar. I've had a little bit more time to get some experience with it, and for the most part, most of my initial judgment still holds. A lot of people gave me flack in the credits because like, oh, you didn't read the manual. You're supposed to take and press and hold. You know what? When the thing's out here and you're pressing and holding, bad design. I'm sticking to that. Not just because you guys gave me flack over it, but because it's bad. When you lock out every other button and can't do anything, even though it's got all these extra buttons, bad design. The app, I've been playing with that. The nice thing about the app is that it does allow you to start and stop the activation cycle. So it allows you to turn the radar on and off. It doesn't allow you to get back to the main screen and start changing settings if things aren't working. So, yeah. I don't know why you guys were giving me flack about it. It still sucks. The added benefit, though, the big takeaway I was trying to take and inflect on the lab radar is that the lab radar provides a very, very unique set of capabilities. And it's hands down, bar none, has no competitor on the market. I know it was good, but in the couple weeks since I posted that first video, I've done a lot of analysis, I've done a lot of testing, and I've taken a lot of stuff out, and I've been able to do a fantastic amount of different things with the radar data. So, like I said, it provides a very unique capability, one that nobody else does. The interface is horrible. I don't care whether you read the manual or not. How many people sat down and read the manual on their smartphone? That's good interface design. Something where you have to press and hold something that isn't obvious is bad interface design. So, I'm going to start getting set up here. I'm up at the range. It's actually a beautiful day. It's a little bit warm. It's 102. 101, yeah, either or. It's hot. It is very hot. There's really no two ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's early afternoon, and I'm out here. I need to do some 100-yard accuracy testing, 5-shot groups for a couple of things for one of my customers, and then I have to go and do some 600-yard accuracy testing for the same customer. So that's near here nor there. You will see a lot of the lab radar out because the ammo I'm shooting is fairly unique and fairly expensive, and anytime I shoot some, I'm trying to get data on it. So another data point that I can use for my calculations and everything else helps me out immensely. So, all that stuff said, I'm going to finish getting set up and get to shooting. You guys will see how I set up the lab radar. I'll probably talk a little bit more about that while I'm setting it up. At the moment, I need to take and cut some more dummy cords just so stuff doesn't get blown over by the wind. The camera right now is actually on a tripod and it's tied down to one of the benches. So, right now the wind is actually pleasant. It's not high, it's maybe 5 miles an hour, maybe gusting to 10. You're probably hearing the wind come up on the microphone right now. But it comes and goes, and you'll have periods where it's just flat out still, which is perfect. Conditions are great, good lighting conditions. I've got just a hair of cloud cover kind of moving very slowly through. So it's beautiful out here at the range today. It's much better than it was a couple weeks ago when I was out in Ridgecrest. And I'm going to get to setting up and then get to shooting. In the meantime, I'm going to put my sweat rag on because, like I said, it's hot. I'm probably going to suck down some more cold water too. So anyway, for everybody who hated my last video, that's fine. The greatest ability I have is to stop, sit back, read what you say, and then restate my opinion, because clearly you guys didn't get it the first time. Anyway. this for? This is so when the wind comes and blows nice and hard, if it happens to catch the radar hard enough for it to start to fall over, this will catch it. If it blows hard enough to pull that clip down, I shouldn't be ever shooting. I shouldn't even have it out of the case. Okay, so getting back before I was so rudely interrupted by Mr. Roadrunner over there. Went ahead and moved the camera over here so that you can hopefully see what I'm complaining about. Anyway, lab radar's still up, or turned on. I'm just running it off a pocket power battery pack. It's gone, screen's off because the timeout's hit because it's kind of been sitting here. So we'll go ahead and press the check mark to reactivate it. I'm on series 33, so I've got a bunch more series to shoot today. So, but just to kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about and a couple other things, I'm going to start out shooting some Winchester, mostly just to test, make sure everything's set up and working properly before I start shooting the other stuff. So one of the things I was kind of hinting at and beating around the bush on, maybe, is in the app. Turn it back on. You're not going to be able to see this just because the sunlight and my screen really does not get that bright. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. I'll hold it up. Maybe the filter will catch it. So in the app, I can turn the radar on, I can turn the radar off. If I go into series list, I can start a new series, which is kind of a handy feature. The problem is that I can't get back into the regular menu, and not only can I not get back into the regular menu, if I need to change any of the settings, I have to do it on the device itself. So that's kind of a complaint I have. And yeah, you still need to reach out, press the button, and go through that whole rigmarole. The other thing, I don't know if anybody else has this problem. Maybe you can comment. But the app, mine reads out in nothing but metric. I don't know why it reads out in nothing but metric, but it reads out in nothing but metric. The machine itself seems to record everything just fine in feet, which is what I had it set up for. Maybe I should be using metric since I'm doing a lot of statistical analysis on all this. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So the statistical analysis is the fun part, but getting the data is just kind of something you got to do. So it'd be really cool if instead of having to write down everything on here, I could just tap into the app and tell it what it is, but you can't. So if the developers watch this and are looking for ideas, make it so you can name the series in the app. You can do that in the Caldwell app, which I also have on here, but I don't have the Caldwell Bluetooth chronograph. So I'm going to get to shooting, and yeah, we'll shoot some, then we'll bitch some more, then we'll shoot some more, then we'll bitch some more. You know, cyclical stuff. Temperature-wise, it's 101. It's not bad. I don't know if I'm going to get any thunderstorms out of this. It doesn't look like it, but those clouds do look pretty dark. Either way, if we get some thunderstorms, it'll be awesome. Huge bonus. Hopefully my gear doesn't get rained on. It looks like it's at least mostly covered. I'm probably going to go close up the other ammo can and move my backpack. So, anyway, let's do some shooting. Okay, we're armed. I think we're ready. We'll see if we get some data. So if you're curious, this is just Winchester white box, 55 grain. Okay, this is pretty typical. So the question is, why didn't it read? Now, a lot of times when it doesn't read, it's either because it didn't trigger the shot, which we might be a little bit low there. Drag it a little bit closer. Even though the sensitivity right now is, I think, set at 1. There's nobody else out here. I've got the place to myself, so it's a little obnoxious that it doesn't seem to pick up on that. Whatever. The other frequent problem is if it's not perfectly pointed at the target. Frequent gripes I hear about this thing is that the V-notch is inadequate to point it. This is very true. I don't know if there's a section in the manual about that. But a couple of the recommendations I've heard was gluing a piece of tubing to the top. Tends to solve it. There's another dude who makes like a 3D printed plastic Picatinny rail that you can put on top and then mount a dot sight to it. That seems a little extreme, but hey, you know, if it solves your problem, it solves your problem. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah. Holy crap. That's pretty hot. So we did get a reading that time of 34.35. That's insane. I didn't think this stuff was anywhere near that hot, but I guess maybe it is. It's a 24-inch barrel. Anyway, let's try a couple more and make sure we're working. Yep, got it that time. So maybe it's just a pointing issue. Okay, show. We got 3 shots left on this. I don't really care to shoot them because the system is working at the moment. So I'm not going to sweat it. Okay, this is shot string 34. We're at 100 yards. We're going to do a 5-shot string. Ambient air temperature is 101 degrees. We should get data here. Mostly this is accuracy reshapes. Okay, for giggles this time I turned it up to high power. Normally I try to keep it on low. It seemed a little bit more reliable at that level. Maybe that was the problem with the last series. Either way. Now we're on high power, or standard power. Let's see how this works. I'm going to fire a single test shot, see what kind of data we get. So this is one of the other really fun things about using this thing. The app, just like periodically, likes to lose connectivity. So you're sitting here and it's like, oh hey, it'd be great. Why don't we arm? Oh, arm? What do you mean? I mean arm. Oh, I'm not connected. So, yeah, super frustrating. Okay, we are armed. Okay, got my test shot. And it missed the shot. Okay, got it that time. Okay, we got 4. Okay, I need to go pull targets. And we'll do it all over again. Can you just add another series, please? We just zeroed out 34, which is pretty ass. Series details. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, it's going to be showing me the last shot. I'm going to fire a test shot and see what series that goes into. Okay, so despite like 3 times telling it to put it into a new series, it didn't. Okay, I think the app is fucking everything up. So we're gonna go ahead and just power cycle this, which is gonna take about 5 minutes. Yay. Go ahead and quit this. Let's see, series, yes. Okay, I'm gonna close this back and through. Okay, so interface problems. Like I said, this thing's awesome. Interface. What the fuck? It won't let me create a new series. It won't let me delete an empty series. It's putting all the shots I fire into the same series that I already tried to add a new one to. Fuck me running. Okay, just for gigs, we'll turn that off. We'll get the app up. We'll let it get going again, and then we'll fucking start shooting. We'll fire another test shot, see what the fuck happens. Okay, so after restarting everything, I was able to delete a series, start over. So, series 35. 5-shot string, throw out the first number. So I'm going to do a test shot, make sure we get data.